Everyone says they want more free time, but here's a strange truth that you probably don't want to hear. We're actually happier at work than when we're chilling. And the reason why? It's kind of terrifying. We fantasize about retirement like it's some boss level of life that everyone must attain, where we sip pina coladas on the beach and do nothing. But study after study shows something weird. People often report their most positive experiences while working. Not on vacation, not during their precious me time, and definitely not while binge watching House of the Dragon. And yet people say they hate work. Motivation is low and morale is meh. Meanwhile, during leisure, when we are supposed to be happy, when we should be happy, we feel oddly restless, bored, and sometimes even depressed. So let's call it what it is. We're more alive doing something we say we hate and more miserable doing something that we say we love. Enter flow, that magical state when you're challenged just enough, you're fully immersed, and time just disappears. Psychologist Mihai Csikszentmihalyi, whose name is harder to pronounce than Worcestershire, he is the one that coined this term. He says the more time you spend in flow each week, the better your quality of life. And here's the kicker: you're way more likely to experience flow at work, and you're way less likely to experience it during leisure. And the reason's simple: because leisure is passive. We sit, we scroll, we lie down, and we zone out. The brain, bored. Our soul, unfed. And the experience, eh. Meanwhile, work, yes, work, that soul-crushing activity that we must put up with every single day, that office job, it gives us structure, challenges, social interaction, and a sense of progress. It's an accidental happiness machine that we're so eager and desperate to escape. So why do we say we want less work when that's what gives us happiness? I think it's because culturally we've been sold a story, and the story goes something like this: work equals oppression and leisure equals freedom. When we work, we feel like we're using our energy, our life, to contribute to someone else's goals. Time spent working feels like time stolen from our real life. It simply doesn't matter that our moment to moment experience feels good. What matters, psychologically at least, is that it doesn't feel like ours. And then there's the real stuff that actually sucks. Routine and monotony, especially in low autonomy jobs. Toxic coworkers and micromanagers, terrible. And burnout from never switching off, awful. But time and time again, when we spoke to multiple people, the thing that didn't make the top 3 list, surprisingly, is money. Apparently not a complaint. So we crave leisure not because it gives us happiness, but because it feels like freedom. Even if that freedom leaves us doom scrolling at 2 a.m. thinking to ourselves, what am I doing with my life? So maybe the question isn't how do I escape work, but how do I reclaim ownership of it? What if we could all redesign our work to give us flow and meaning? And what if leisure wasn't just an escape, but it was actually a space for active restoration instead of passive apathy? Because maybe, just maybe, happiness isn't found in avoiding effort, but in doing something that matters and calling it our own. Anyway, I'll stop working now and go relax and edit this video for 6 hours.